I'm not broke, but I'm starting to feel like I am. So having a runway or having like a bit of money that you have like set aside for changing your life um feels different when it starts to become reality. So my plan was I have this one savings account. It's like linked with my retirement accounts, but it's not retirement. So I can take it out without like tax penalties. However, I just got online to finally start accessing it and there's no like way to move it. I can't figure out a way to move it in that digital account. So, I'm getting a hold of the company and hopefully come up with a solution soon. But it's just funny because it's like the money exists on paper or, in the internet world, but it doesn't exist physically right now. I can't access it. So now what I'm going through is, okay, now what? Like, what does this mean in the next month? Does this mean I have to go home? Does this mean all my plans are kind of like out the window? Um, and trying to create, this freedom life, this life that looks like this isn't easy. Like I've been working at it every day, but I just haven't seen the benefits of this work yet. So I'm starting to feel pressure. I'm starting to feel this pressure to like produce or monetize. And I have been applying for opportunities, creative opportunities. I've also been working on a guidebook, which I'm really excited about. But I also want to, because I'm going to monetize it, because you will pay for it, I don't want to rush it. I don't want to just make it happen in 5 minutes just because I'm feeling this pressure to make something that actually earns money. Like it's something I want to put my heart and soul into. I don't want to just make something so that I can make money, Like I'm really proud of this guidebook. And so when it finally comes to advertising it and stuff, like I want to make it worth the amount of money that it's going to be, which I don't know yet what that amount is. So it's interesting how I'm feeling rushed and also unsettled because I felt like I was finally settling into Bali and really just considering like making this more longer term than just say a month, but without having access to my funds, I might have to pivot again, which is nothing new. I've done this before. So, um, it's just interesting how when the pressure's on and the stress starts to come back. I I know that I chose this life. I chose this direction. I chose this pivot. And so I don't feel like it's wrong. Like I'm not like, oh, I made the wrong decision. I also don't want to fail. And for some reason, I feel like going home means I've failed, even though I might have to go home for any reason, that has nothing to do with money or failing this creative journey. But I wanted to come here and reset and start to build something that's my own. And it's funny when you think you have the funds to do it and then you can't access them. Oh, it's also made me question everything. It's like, was this actually a good idea? Like, did I think this through all the way? Like I thought I was being very spontaneous with this like year of no plans, and I'm just gonna kind of follow where the road takes me. Because I knew I wanted to head west. I felt like that just seemed right because I've been wanting to dive more of this side of the world, more Pacific, more um, of Indonesia, more of like Philippines, Maldives, whatever. It's like I've done a little bit of all those places, but I feel like Indonesia is the one I want to like pay attention to as far as scuba diving. So it's part of the reason I moved this way. And yeah, now I'm like, was that really a good idea? Should I have just kept doing this creator stuff, but done it from home? But I mean, I feel like the answer is no. Like, I made the decision to come here so I could slow down and settle. And I've totally felt the difference between being home and for whatever reason, it's just more stressful to be home, you know? Feel like there's more responsibilities, which is interesting because it's like responsibilities to my family, responsibilities to my friends. Whereas like here, I can like detach from that and just be responsible for myself. But anyway, yeah, I'm in Bali. It's so much more freeing. It's so much more slower. I feel settled here. I feel like every day is just I get to create. I get to work on things I want to work on. I get to learn new things. I get to like go down rabbit holes and I try not to get mad about going down the rabbit hole. But yeah, like it looks like freedom. It looks like, yeah, I've made it. I've done it. She made it. But actually, internally, I'm like really struggling. I'm really battling like this financial aspect of it, the financial freedom. So yeah, I'll let you know how it turns out. I guess you'll know because if I'm filming not from Bali in the next couple of weeks, you'll know that my financial runway didn't go through. It's interesting to be sitting here with this gorgeous background and still be stressed about money. But again, I don't think it's a bad decision. I just think it's made it real. It's made my decision become real. And I wouldn't change it. I'm not going to change it. But there is pressure now, and I know I'll make it work. I know that it's all going to work out one way or another. So that's my story for today. Thanks for being here.